Well, okay. Did she send you? No, that's fine, yeah, she told me you would take care of if we worked. Okay, in case because of the eclipse, I figured about it. So if she wants to FaceTime with you, you could do that and just write her name and then. Okay. Mhm. Um, There is, well, I didn't bring these. Sorry. I sat down to do it several times, but anyways, but I have between the two classes, 10 people that have to take it, and most of them are taking it after class today. So I will get them graded and hopefully pass them back Wednesday or Friday. I forget, I have a couple taking it Tuesday. I think that's it. Anyways, I tried to make sure I graded everything else though. Like I went through, in order to grade things that were turned in after I graded them, I have to open every single one and then put, needs graded, and then it will tell me, instead of just being able to scan right down, you have to click into every single assignment. So I think I got them all. If you have something that turned in that wasn't graded, let me know and I will find it. I didn't think very many people would show up today because of the solar eclipse. So I made a group assignment for today about the solar eclipse and the speed that the shadow is moving at. But there is for the final, I don't know if you were here when I talked about it last time. It's a group project. So instead of a final exam during finals week, you will have a group project that you need to present. It is up to you, how many people are in your group, or if you want to do it by yourself, but you can't pass the class without doing it. So we'll talk a little bit about that first, and then we'll do the group assignment. I have this blocked right now, because, well, we haven't talked about it yet. But the final exam is 30% of your grade. If you choose not to do the presentation portion of it and just do the project, you lose 10 points. So you don't have to present. If you're with a group and you don't want to present, then they will just click through your slides. They don't have to present your slides. So you're going to choose a company that's been around 20 years or more. The company will be on a first come, first served basis. So Wednesday, I'm going to wait till Wednesday. That way you guys can talk to each other. And then we'll just start writing on the board. First person that puts it, that's what they get. So if someone puts Coca-Cola up there first, then the other team's got to figure something else out. There's 4 different cases. Case 1, if you want to do it by yourself, that's fine. But you have to pick 6 chapters that we've worked on so far. And then think of it as you're selling your company, or you're getting somebody to join with your company, and you're going to use the stuff you learned this semester to make people want to join it. And so you would use 6 chapters if you do it by yourself. If you work in a team of 2, then you each do 3 chapters. Not the same chapters, different chapters, but each do 3. So 6 different chapters. If you have a team of 3, you each do 2 chapters. 4 or more, you each do 1. So it's up to you how large you want to get it. Last semester, I had a group. There was this one class that was 3 big groups. They were 8 in each group. And then there were some smaller ones. And that's fine. The projects were very good. Everyone knows the problem with a group project is, especially if you had a group of 8, there's always that one that doesn't do anything. Well, then they don't do anything and you don't worry about their chapter. So it's not going to affect you. I will, if one person, say you're in a group of 3 and one person's 2 chapters are terrible, they don't put any pictures, they just write a couple things, I'm not grading you on that. I'm only grading you on yours. How well you knew the material, how well you explained it, things like that, but only on yours. So other people in your group can't affect you. Because that's the only reason I don't like a group project. You never know if everyone's doing it. So this way I'll be able to see that. And if they're going to fail, just let them fail. Don't do the work for them. Any questions on that? So think about if you want to be in groups, if you want to do it yourself. Wednesday, we'll go over more of it. You will have to do a PowerPoint and then you'll present it. We're at 75 points. The last week of classes is when we'll start presenting. Depending on how many groups there are, we might get done on Wednesday because this is a 2-hour class. Technically, we probably could get done Wednesday or Friday and then not have to come during the week. But once you get your groups and your topics, then the following week, we'll figure out what day that you'll present. I will give you all of next week to work on it together, like to get with your team and work, ask me questions.
Are you assigning groups or are we picking groups ourselves? Okay.
Pick them yourself. Or if you prefer to do it by yourself, you can do it. I have one person that moved out of state. Yes, yes. So there's one person that moved out of state. If I will email him today and see if he wants to work in a group. I'm not sure how we would do that yet. But I'm sure he could be presenting from online with his group and explaining his slideshow, and whoever's with his group would be turning the slides for him. So, if you want to text me if you do want to do that, if you want to work with a group or by yourself. So next class, Wednesday. Those who are online, I'll put them up here, and if there are people you usually work with, or you want to work with, or they're looking for someone to work with, then you can message with them or get on Blackboard. WebEx also. Any questions? Okay, so start talking with your groups. Usually what happens is the groups you usually work with are the groups you're with, but if you need to go outside of that or want to go outside of that, that's fine. So the weeks we do present, you have to be in class every day. What you'll do is it's a few questions. What did you think? What did you really like about the project? What do you think they could have worked on? Just a few questions about it, and you get 5 points for each one of those. So you do want to be here for that. I think I covered everything on there. Now there's other parts also. I knew it was gonna do that. Okay, so I took each chapter, I put the main ideas, there's other stuff in the chapter, and if you figure out other stuff in the chapter, that's fine also. When you're trying to choose what chapter you're gonna do. I took out like chapter 5 and chapter 7. One was grade point averages, that's kind of hard to do with business. And I forget what the other one was right now. But this way, then you have an idea of what all the chapters are. And then you can better pick what you want to do. You need at least 4 slides for each chapter and at least 1 picture with each chapter. And that's written, I didn't open that up yet, because we're going to figure out our company and what chapter you'd like to do. If when you're doing them, you don't like that chapter, talk with your group and change it, that's fine. Any questions on that? On Sunday night, there's an assignment due that goes with the project. I was gonna open it, I was gonna open this up on Wednesday. That way with your group, you can fill it out. But I guess since we're talking about it, I'll open it. But what company is your group using? How many students are in your group? And then to remind you, 1 person, 6 chapters, 2 people, 3 chapters each. And so on. Who is in the group? Which chapter or chapters are they covering? That way then I can mark the groups for the grade. Not for the grade for the final part, but there's a 15 point, I think it's 15 points for turning in the project. And then I'll put the slideshow up here from Blackboard. So that way I know it's done and everyone's done their part. So this, I think, is worth 5 points. But you would tell me each person in your group on what chapters they're planning on. Any questions? Students had a lot of fun last semester. 1 person didn't want to present, but then the group before her presented and she thought it wasn't so bad, so then she went up with her group. She kind of hid behind the podium, but she still did it, so. Any questions? So today there is a group assignment on the Eclipse. Want to work together, you can. If you want to work separate, you can. You can ask me questions. What is, I tried, I don't know, I was looking for different things, but I like this one. Well, I stole some of the ideas. It helps you with the understanding of using Excel. So not only is there the Word document, there's an Excel file that you want to download originally. That way then you can type right into it. What I did was what each one says, like for number one, well, Eagle Pass, Texas will be the first city in the United States to experience the Great North American Eclipse. And then it will stop at Sharp, Maine before it travels to Canada. The Excel table gives the distance in miles between each place and time and hours to get to each spot. And you can see it's parts of an hour because this doesn't take very long. It can be viewed in several locations. Although if it keeps raining like this, it won't be viewed in ours. So the first part, you're plugging in where the yellow is. The second one is where the green is, and so on. And that way then it was easier to follow. And then part six. You just go over it. Remember when you're using a formula, use equals. So for the first one, from the tabulated information, use Excel to create formula to find the average lunar shadow speed between each consecutive pair of points. So from Eagle Pass, Texas to Gatesville, it's 250 miles and 1,500 an hour it took to get there. So to find miles per hour, how do we find that? We have miles and hours. How do we find miles per hour? What's the per mean? Divide. So you just take miles divided by hour. But you want to use a formula and then just drag it down. So you would click in the first yellow one right under the start, write a formula that divides them. Equals. And then miles. So anytime you have to keep repeating certain things or there's a lot of things to add, you can use Excel to do that. And so we can, by using the formula, E3 divided by C3, When we hit enter, it'll divide them, and that'll tell us how fast it went. But then we can just drag it down the rest of the yellow to keep continuing that formula rather than having to calculate every single one. So we're getting 1,667. Then go in the formula. Drag it down. So as you can see, the eclipse is going from 1666 to 2024 miles per hour. The shadow's moving very quickly. I think it maybe a minute you'll see it in this area. Like it'll go over, it's there, it's gone. I think Texas is the longest viewing area. And that's why they are under a state of emergency. Because there's too many people going in.
Cleveland is just as bad too right now.
We're at,
Cleveland.
yeah, my son's in Columbus. They went up because he's there for a Skills USA championship that's Tuesday. But they went up yesterday because they didn't want to drive during the eclipse. And there's even roads closed in Cleveland. I'm not sure how the bus from YSU is going to get there because they're closed. But anyways, he's going to the zoo right now. So, some people think the solar eclipse isn't a big deal. I think it's kind of interesting how animals behave during it. And so hopefully my son's taken a bunch of videos at the zoo because they say that about a half hour before it's going to start, the animals who are awake go and cuddle up and start going to sleep because they actually think it's nighttime, the air gets cooler. And then the nocturnal animals start waking up, so. But anyways, so these are miles per hour they're going. Then I wanted to see, do you remember how to find mean and median from the last one? Is there any questions on finding the yellow section? Is everyone getting those values? I was going to make you look up all the distances, but I didn't feel like grading tests, so I did this instead. But anyways, it is moving, but I did not realize it moves that fast. Using miles per hour column, so using the yellow column that you just calculated, find the mean, the median. So we're finding the average speed and we're finding the middle speed. Mode didn't really make, well, there wasn't a mode, so I took that one out. But notice none of them repeat, so there was no mode. Remember, for mean, instead of mean, what word do you use? So you would put equals, average. Now, the first one that's popping up for me is deviation, the second one. If you double click it, highlight the data you want to average and hit. You should be getting 1741. So the average speed of the shadow of the eclipse is 1,742 miles per hour. When you think of the speed limit on the freeway is 70 miles per hour, pretty quick. Any questions? Yeah. Did you put the equal sign?
No, of course I put the plus sign.
Okay, that's why it's not popping up. Try again. I think it's because the whole word was put equals, and then when you go to start typing average, it should pop up. So then go ahead. Oh, maybe don't put the capital. I don't think it. Function.
No, I have such a hard time with the test and I put in, so that I even called my math tutor and was like, I don't understand what is wrong with nothing showing up. So she sent me a spreadsheet and I was like, this doesn't even make sense. I'm gonna try to use the formula that she gave me. It was just, it kept name and REF and it wouldn't do anything.
Okay, so then put a parenthesis, let's see if it'll work with this. And then highlight that.
I swear my chair's name was not broken. I put my studio. Okay. There's a Thursday yesterday, so. Oh, let's see. Yeah, this is broken. We've been touching all these formulas and stuff, and because we're having it. I can get them to stop.
All right, let's try the next one. Equals. And then median. And then parenthesis. And then highlight the diamond.
Okay.
1,700, that might be, I don't know why the average one didn't work. So median, you would click equals median. Highlight your data. Yeah, that would work.
If it doesn't pop up, you can hit the formulas tab on top. Of the cell.
I don't see a formula.
What kind of computer do you have?
An Asus Chromebook. I don't actually have, Microsoft Office downloaded on my computer, I just use it,
The live show.
Yeah.
Mhm.
so there's a lot of stuff that I can't do.
Yeah, there is. Like the average isn't working, but the median did. So the average speed is 1741, is that what everyone's at? And then 1,700 for the median or middle value.
No.
Now for the sum, to see how many miles it is traveling in the United States, you just add these up. To add them up, the function is sum, so you put equal sum, and then highlight all of the miles. And the same thing for hours. So over here, we would do equals sum. And then highlight. So in the United States, it is traveling 2,138 miles.
I have a question.
Mhm.
So you have us doing the mean and median for the green section. And then the average miles per hour, again, blue section.
Okay, so the mean and the median is from just the yellow.
Right.
This one is just dividing these two to see how this compares.
Okay, that makes sense.
I wasn't sure how to explain that, like I rewrote that maybe 4 or 5. So we do the sum again, equals sum. Highlight the top. So it's going 1.2 hours, but that's how long it takes. Going 2,130 miles and 1.2. And second one, the fourth one, it wants you to find the average, the speed miles per hour using the total. And it should be close, which it is. You could also just click the one above and write it down one more time. And it will divide them. Or you just take divide by 1.2.
I got a total then.
Yeah. Yeah, let me.
It should be.
What's the second one? You should get 1,781.
Yeah.
But notice that the average speed going from parts, 1,741, the middle speed would be 1,700. And if you just take the whole distance and the time it takes to finish it, 1,781, they are all similar. Is everyone getting those values? I thought it'd be a good refresher of Excel. And it's definitely one of the ones you could do on a project, I mean, not the story project. Using Excel for one of your group parts. So we know it's moving a little over 1,700 miles. Oh, this last stretch is pretty quick.
I think what I got confused on is because you have it putting the hours for the average miles per hour. So I was doing the average in the blue box, not just dividing.
Oh, okay. So both of them are finding an average, the green and the blue box. The blue box is finding the average, or finding miles per hour using the total distance and the total time, where the other one is breaking it in parts. So that you need to write a paragraph about what you found. Be sure to compare mean, median, and the part in the blue box. So something about what you found. If you expected it to be going that fast. I knew that when I watched it the last time, it was gone in a matter of a minute.
Yeah, it's just stuck because this is the same thing that I was coming up with.
I didn't think it dropped. So write a short paragraph about it. And then number 6, do a little research and determine which of the following vehicles or superheroes you would need to travel in or with to be able to keep up with the shadow and see the eclipse for the longest possible time. So on the Excel sheet, you can look up the speed of each of these. I did not realize Spider-Man is so slow. Find the speed of each and write a short paragraph. And you just Google it. What is the speed of, now you want to be careful, make sure you're getting miles per hour because that's what we found, miles per hour. So you could even put that, what is the speed in miles per hour of, and then Superman, and then the next one, and then the next one, and it'll just keep popping up.
Yeah, the median came out fine, but the average is not.
When you turn it in, again, remember, turn in the Excel file as an Excel file, so I know you're learning the formulas. And if it won't attach, then, email me it. If you emailed me the Excel on the take home, I didn't finish grading all of them, but I do have them all started so that I can go back. And so, is there anyone, Key One is looking for someone to have a group with?
I'll do it.
Okay.
He has my email. We exchange, information for her.
And what was your last name?
Stewart, Stewart.
I forgot your first name.
Danielle.
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 Yeah, I saw that the other day.
Yeah, that one was right.
Daniell.
Mine's spelled with the I.
Okay, I knew there was, okay.
Yeah, that one was kind of fine.
So, Key One, I just, messaged you about a student who, you've worked with her before, and she said you have her email.
All right, thank you.
Instead of using average, what if I try mean? And see if that works, yeah, I should use the.
It's weird that it's doing one and not the other. But if it won't, just leave the equal average and the wrong answer, and it's fine.
I didn't even do it.
Yeah, mean's not a function that it has.
Yeah.
It's like 30 minutes. 16 over this one.
Those are the things that I'm using the.
But she said
There's cost of
was
the
I'm guessing.
of the-
Yeah.
We go over.
Maybe they got on the bus, there's a budget, it's trying to get. But I don't think it's gonna get there.
So maybe.
I'm just glad I'm at work when this building happens.
You what?
I'll be at work when this happens.
They say that McDonald's is closing. And then like buy one, get one free.
I wish we were for border power or something. Everybody got safe from
I'll have fun. The, across the street, astronomy building is putting out chairs and they have glasses if you want to view it there.
person that hits us.
Like what, 3:15? It's supposed to be here around 3:15.
Dealing with all this shit, like, I come out and try to drive in.
Well, it's no different than driving in the dark.
Yeah.
Night.
That's kind of like a positive aspect of it.
And then we just have to write one paragraph of compare here.
The first one. First one.
2000 was it when I saw? Oh, why are we playing this 2000? And Superman's a little slow. But Spider-Man was not even 100, right?
Yeah.
Yes. But they said fans saw him go 1,400 miles per hour. That was great.
Where is it? Why is their numbers? Man, that number's full.
I just Googled it. Miles, how many miles per hour does, did you get like 7? Oh, I got a 7. We have 7,680.
That's why I'm very confused. I had 100, I had the 770. This much.
Thank you so much.
They fully will pushing 5, pushing 6.
Wow. Well, whichever, that's the one I found, I think.
This one? 7,000? It's just very weird. Everybody's getting very low tax meters. Cause then I found this one,
Oh, there we go, 770 is what a lot of people are calling.
which is somewhere in the region. So
It's up to you, whichever one.
either way, it's still not the same. That's why I'm like. This is. I'm getting.
It probably also depends on what movie they're thinking.
Oh, that's
And have fun, whether you enjoy the clips or not. Hopefully it's something.
Do you remember us having a first lady? Yeah, I think we did, because I clearly remember sitting on my front porch with my grandmother in the other episodes, watching it. But I read an article the other day, and he said the last time a witch was seen in our area, this was before I was born. Like, I literally remember, I didn't remember it as of this when I was a little kid, it was the greatest thing, but it was during the summer, so we didn't have it.
No, and when my son was in 8th grade, he's a sophomore now here. But when he was in 8th grade, we had one. Cause, the whole stadium filled and they passed out classes, but he was working in the middle school, so I picked him up and it was gonna start, so we just stayed there, put out a blanket, laid on the grass. And then he said, Mom, it was a little circle, it was, the sun was there, it was gone, and it was over, that's it. I like it.
Do you happen to know if you can reach out to Sydney for us? And we don't, she wasn't online and her email is something to her.
Alright, what's her last name? I'll look up her email.
It's Friday.
Riley?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, what was the? You know what I mean? Yeah, so anything above that, which she pretty much all. Is this a one? Yeah. Yeah, if her email doesn't, she can do the dresses. Right, well, after.
Okay, her email is SLRILEY.
Superman.
And then at student.org. That's
Like I said, I wasn't linked to her thing, so I wasn't sure if it was the same.
Yes, maybe, and I'm really wondering. I think that's in the state. Wondering, top of my project, maybe. Yeah, I might be there. It's like.
So those are who are online or watch the video. If you have emails of your group, you can email them and start talking about what company you'd like, so when you come in Wednesday, you know, make a list. Okay. On Sunday, the National Honor Society. And, the awards are not this Friday, but next Friday. Would you be able to? What they'll be doing is just working on their group project, so you could just walk around, make sure they're getting it done. If they have any questions, choosing chapters.
So each, before you have to choose it. The chapter that you can work along with.
And then I'll find it. And the easiest chapters are the ones with graphs, because you can find graphs as a company and then explain them. If you want to do both, not fun.
And then.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right below you. At noon.
Student, what? Student.
Yeah, same thing.
EDU.
Different job, you know, from.
See what? And then I'll just give you the attendance. And it has to remember in times. But if not this week.
What was it? BE, what's the sound? OAN.
Um, No, it shouldn't really matter because they're already in the group, so they can FaceTime them. Usually what happens is they FaceTime them or they meet somewhere. The last week of classes when we're presenting, my uncle's funeral is in Texas. And my son made me unconscious.
Did she go there? She said, let me know.
If I can't be around, would you want to organize the presentation?
But I told him that.
I'm gonna tell you, okay, yeah, that's the only thing. So what I'm saying is you know, whether to record it or something, and then write me what you thought about it. And, you'll see on Monday that that week, many of my mistakes. But, everyone will have a sheet of paper that they fill out. Because I'm gonna get 5 points for doing that. If they're online, they wouldn't. They have to come to class. I have one student out of the state, so. Shouldn't, but everyone.
If I'll be in, I call in, probably. Probably, yeah. On my computer, it just comes on.
Oh. So I just want to talk to you guys about it before I talk about it. Right. Well, make sure.
If not, if I can't, open, I'll just be there and be like, hey, this is.
Maybe class might
SLON.
on how big presentation with 2 hours each.
Yeah. Yeah, we get more. But with what like you need to. Because it's the other level. How much.
Oh, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So can you download it? And then you can your computer.
Yeah.
And then same category.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have those people that walk in.
There's only 6 questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just one. Then she started realizing the 6th chapter, 2 days before her presentation, she was like, work together.
Ah.
So it happened.
This is Jay. I just I didn't sign that. This.
Okay.
I know that. So I don't know.
Well, I would talk with your group, get everything, because you'll have today, tomorrow, I mean, Wednesday and Friday, and then Monday and Wednesday next week. So you guys should be pretty good. Yeah, so I can give you. Okay.
Oh,
Let me get that.
Really.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know if you did, but I mean, if we want to get it, just in
Right.
case.
So it wasn't.
And you had been sick there.
Great, so like I told her.
Different clothes. No, it should be, there shouldn't be any problem. And if your group is the group you usually have right here, they can like a good group.
Yeah, that's why I wanted Sydney's email, so that we can. Coordinate with her, if she wants to work with her, or if she wants to work with her.
And one of these, right, I don't know. Rapids, really well.
I know it's. I got her email.
That's a good part. Any questions?
Did you grade all of project threes? Cause mine's not graded yet and yours isn't.
Project 3. No, I have not.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
I wanted to just sit down and just, because I really enjoy the project. That's my
Yeah.
favorite part. So if that was the one thing I didn't get done.
Yeah, that's fine. I just
And
wanted to
didn't
make
get
sure.
to shave my dog, she's the best. So those are, well, test first, then project. Yeah.
For project 4, I sent you like the topic and everything, and then now when I go to look up that topic, like, cause I didn't beforehand, it doesn't give me the like statistics I'm wanting, so I have to switch my topic. Should I just email you that?
As long as you don't have any questions about it, you don't have to. You
Okay.
can just switch.
Alright, thank you.
And then when you explain what you would have done differently, well, I found out it was hard, and then you
Yeah.
really explained something there.
Mhm.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
You look a lot better.
Yeah, much better.
We're done.
We done? Still soon? Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
forgot. We came back last night like 12-ish from Chicago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought the game was canceled because. of
No,
what?
the Thursday one was.
Oh,
But
okay.
yesterday I had to go because there's only 5 players on the team, so I had to play in sickness. Yeah.
What happened to the rest of your, they're all sick?
No, so one guy has tendonitis in his knees, so he's out for the season. Another guy was sick, he was ruled out. And another guy has, I think, problem in the knees, and one guy has elbow pain, so it's like 4
Oh my
guys.
goodness.
I
How
don't know.
many do you have to have at least 5 to play? right?
6.
6?
Well, we have 8 on the team for this year. I don't know, because the last coach that was here, he left. So when I signed to Youngstown, he left. They kicked him out or something. So the new coach came in, so he obviously hasn't recruited a lot of players.
Yeah.
But next semester, next season, we already have 5 players coming in, so which is fine. But yeah, this one was a bit tough. And if I didn't play this one, we were like out of the conference. So I had to play.
Okay, well, there is a group assignment.
Yeah.
That we did.
I think I
They-
already submitted on Friday.
Okay. They also got into groups. Well, they're talking about groups, so I don't know who you want to work with
Okay.
for your group project,
Yeah.
the 3 of you. Or if there's more, I don't know. But 3's good, because then you each do 2 chapters.
Yeah.
But we'll do more on that on Wednesday. Are you here Wednesday?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
But you can work on the group assignments.
Thank
If
you
you
all
want.
for your help.
I still have LC upstairs.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you have to
Yeah.
test.
Haven't done it.
I think I have 6 people coming.
Sweet.
Those who are online, oh, looks like they all are. Thank you.
I don't know, this is all kinds of class.
I haven't